guest tonight is Sara OBannon. Are you out there, Sara?
I am.
Sara, how are you?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been very meaty in content and in the feels. So Sara, where are you calling in from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Are you guys getting hammered?
We are getting a lot of ice. I had friends that said they had to cancel the classes this afternoon because the roads are a sheet of ice.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
We're not going to get much snow. We got about 8 inches last week.
Yeah, okay.
But mostly melted off. Oh yeah, hang on. I don't know if Crystal tells you. Diva cat wants her moment. Okay, there's little girl.
Oh my gosh, you got like a real Garfield cat, the orange cat.
She knows whenever I meet with Crystal, like she knows the time, and I mean literally she'll come over to my chair and I gotta go say hi to Crystal.
Oh, Crystal's pretty good at the cat whisper stuff. Like
yes.
The cats all congregate towards Crystal. One of them won't even let me near it, and I'm like, I want that cat's attention so bad, and it has like imprinted on Crystal and won't even let me get close to it.
Yeah, I'm a huge cat person. There aren't cats that do not like me. So
that's cool. Okay, so
anyhow,
who was it that originally shared ER Shred with you? Do you remember?
I had found it sort of like Jennifer, but the one that pointed me to the link was Patricia Maggie.
Oh yeah, I remember. For cool, yeah, very good.
And what Everhart started me on isogenics, and this is actually 2 days ago was my 4-year isogenics anniversary.
Wow, that's very cool. And who was it? Or tell me this: what is your passion currently? What's your passion?
Music. In fact, even more than the health and wellness business, I've been just going through a lot of things in that. And I told Crystal, I showed her Saturday, I've got the nails done shorter now so I can play guitar, and I'm relearning mandolin. So I want to write more music and perform. I even thought, I'm not ready for it yet, but I even thought I'm going to have to maybe bring the guitar and sing one time or something and do
That's
something.
Cool. Yeah. That's very cool. That was fun when Mimi had she had the little, what do you call it? The
ukulele.
The ukulele there, and she was singing and you were singing along. That was a lot of fun. I remember that.
It was. Yeah, I was trying to harmonize with her and we were having fun out there.
Yeah. So an update on, everybody probably knows you by now. ISA Body Challenge finalist.
Yeah.
Just an amazing story. We've all been cheering you along, the whole time. You've really set the pace. You really represented for ER Shred. We appreciate you so much. What is by way of update, how are things going for you?
I'm down 10 pounds since I was when you saw me.
Congrats.
Yeah. And it's not easy getting down, and numbers. I know it, I'm not supposed to think of the scale or numbers, but personally, there's that mark I hit for 100 pounds lost, and I'm 9 pounds away from it now. So it's like in my face, and we have an annual check-in for 100 Pound Club, and that'll be probably end of April-ish. And I would like to actually make the mark. I definitely will requalify as long as you're within 25% of your goal, you requalify. But I would like to fully be at the weight I was before. It's just a mind thing for me.
Yeah.
But one of the other things I've been doing, because I liked what was shared with Nicole about the adding foods or the things like that, is trying to get a blueprint down. I'm very carb sensitive, just huge, like certain things will just make my weight go whoop. And so finding where the balance is when I'm not on an 11-day of what sort of carbs resonate better with me, where I can enjoy these things. I mean, in other words, what things can I eat and in what amounts so that I don't have to worry about the weight going up on the scale or things like that. What is my balance and once I'm knowing those points, the scale won't be a factor. And so I've played with certain foods, and like one of the things, I'll double check on the scale, and I'm like, okay, we're staying steady. This is good. I made myself fajitas last night, with some like gluten-free, like low carb tortilla shells. I had some chicken, I can do cooked onion, green pepper, red pepper. And I had I found, I got organic sour cream, had avocado on it, and it was just amazing. Just, I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to lick the plate. It was so good. And I've got leftovers for tonight. And nothing happened on the scale. I got up and I was like, okay, we're all good. This is great, and learning, that's a learning curve for me, because that way I can relax and, okay, I can have this if I'm at a restaurant. I can do these things if I need to.
You almost have like a complex, right? I'm not trying to like point the finger at you and say.
No, it is, but I know what my scale did. I mean, Sean, when I got COVID and I couldn't drink the shakes, and what was comfortable was pasta and stuff, I gained, and I kid you not, 70, 80 pounds within 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
Just like, and I had scale avoidance. So when I hit this, it was when I hit the scale for that weigh-in for 100-pound club, I was like, oh my God, what the heck? And I didn't think I was that bad. But I know that's a fast gain. So I know when I have gained it in my life, in those periods, it's always been a fast gain. It's sneaky deaky, and that's my body. Doesn't mean that's for everybody, but that's my body. But I'm finding certain carbs, certain things, done with health, done with protein, still maintaining my fats, still taking in my shakes, that I'm not having those issues. So where's Sarah's balance that also gives her energy to train? Because I'd like to go do a half marathon. But where's my balance, having the energy? And so those are my personal blueprint. Does it work for everybody? And I make mistakes. So one thing I learned, I did not sleep at all, barely Sunday night. What did I have? I had some raw onions that were in the salad I ordered.
And that'll do that to you.
Oh God, the pain. Oh my, I mean, I was literally in pain.
Wow.
And could not sleep. And I'm like, well, I can't do them raw. I mean, I love them. I can do them with my liver. I can cook them. I may be a little gassy, but I'm not in pain or anything else. It's not.
Don't you feel like true well-being is when we get to the point where not only do we know which foods do and do not serve us, but we also know the effects that those wrong foods will have on us, so that we're avoiding them from a place of empowerment, not from fear, but also the amounts, certain things, you'll dial in if you really start to go down the road of the intuitive dietary blueprint. You'll dial in how much of certain foods.
I can eat more meat. So if it's just meats, I can eat a little more. When I add the carbs, I have to back off a little on certain things.
Yeah.
But you have to live. I want to have a somewhat normal diet. And I'm also dealing with something you all aren't dealing with, because I've got that double length twisted colon and I'm not going to operate. So how do I deal with, and I was on 4 meds when I came in 4 years ago. I was on 4 different stomach meds. I was a hot mess.
You do okay with the meats, with the twisted colon?
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, that's
perfect on the meats. But if I just stuck to only meat only, I'd never have a problem. But I like other foods. Sure
you like other things. Sure. Can I ask you a question? You've been doing this a long time. How long have you been doing ER Shred with us now?
It was a year, January 31st.
Okay, so over a year now. And if you just forgot about the 100-pound mark, if you threw away the scale, not that you have to, I'm not saying that, but if you didn't even consider the number on that gravity reading, how do you feel? How is Sara OBannon's health compared to the you
Oh,
of before?
night and day, night and day. And also I'm beginning to also learn other signals, like what are other measures in my body that tell me I'm bloated or extended. So one of the things I can tell is how much fat I have. Like right now, I'm holding so lean in my middle. I'm, so there was no doubt. The scale just reaffirmed what I could see in the mirror and feel in the mirror this morning.
So when you
It's
say it's night and day, the you of now versus the you of
the
before.
energy. Well, I didn't have energy. And then when I came back into the shred, I'd gone through the whole year of long haul. So it wasn't until it was actually, I thought it was the February shred, but it
Yeah.
was actually day 2 of the March shred last year. I was on my 3rd shred. I started, I'm going to do at least a mile a day. I will
Yeah.
have
Tell us
on
about
March
that. Right. Tell us
7th,
about that. That's cool.
March 7th, I will have 1 year of doing at least a mile a day.
Yeah.
And that's huge. And when I started it, I could only do 4 minutes at a time, Sean. So I do a little.
So are you talking about just about a year ago, you could only do 4 minutes at a time?
Yeah.
And how much can you do now?
God, I can run 12 minutes. I'm running now.
Is that right?
Yeah, I haven't decided whether I want to run
Wow.
the 5K I've signed up for in September or walk it.
Yeah.
And I can't wait until it gets just a little less yucky out. I want to test out the running and see if I can run a whole mile, like on the road doing, and there's still the race walking, but the running has been so comfortable for me. And that I'm loving. And then you got to understand that when I came in, so I'm gonna see if I can pull a bunny here. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on here. Let me get this.
I noticed as we talk about your current level of health as you are now, I noticed that you really your energy picks up a lot. Like it's really cool to see.
It is. So look, I did. I'm never getting, you're not getting me ever in a bikini, but on the, I guess it's my other shoulder because it's backwards. My before picture is actually, I started my first IsaBody in April 2019. I had already lost 14 pounds at that point. That's why they had a different number on the stage for me. It was a little less than I'd really lost because they start when you start the IsaBody. So I started the IsaBody at 251, but my high weight with Isagenics was 264.8. And I am now 173.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some change. Yeah.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
just yeah, and at that, back in a size 10 and everything else. But I was hobbling with a cane. That's me standing, but as soon as I took that before picture, I had to go right back to my cane. My leg was buckling still. That no longer happens. That's another story in itself. I still can't feel my right leg around my knee area. That damage is it's never going to heal. But the products we have allowed me to function and build muscle around the nerve damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm so thrilled for you. It just keeps coming and you keep getting better.
I'm just loving the fact that, I'm excited about adding foods, getting balance, because certain things I like. So one of the things, I'm going to be trying out, I have some very small, but potatoes to bake. So next time I have a steak this week, I will have a steak with a baked potato with some grass-fed butter. And I've tried potatoes before, so I know they work, but I just want to see what's the balance for me. So could I go to a restaurant and have steak and potato, for example?
Sure.
And seeing, do I feel bloated the next day on that? How does my body react when I combine a little bit of good protein with my carb?
Yeah. Well, I'm thrilled for you. I didn't realize we're at the top of the hour. I want to have Jesse speak to your result. I want him to have Jesse, Coach Jesse, our nutrition coach, speak to all these incredible results. Thank you so much, Sara. I love that you got your picture up there. It tells 1,000 words, really. And I'm so impressed by you. And you know, you were talking about you'd walk with a cane. I literally saw you in person, jogging and jumping and skipping across the stage back and forth. So that's the you that I know. But it's just incredible to see that picture and to realize how far you've come. Congratulations. Jesse, are you out there? Coach Jesse.